And in fact, India is a very big place. I wonder at times people think that India is like Ghana, so they can just see one thing in India and they say, oh, everything is like that. India population is getting to 1.5 billion. Ghana, we are 32 million, right?
Yes.
So how many 32 millions do you get from 1.5 billion? Only one state in India is 5 times bigger than Ghana. From Kolkata to Mumbai, just some 2 states apart. If you are using fast train, it takes you 48 hours train. 2 days in train, just within 2 states. So India is a very huge place that is like the whole of Africa, the whole of Europe, and everything mixed up. So can you just imagine somebody is in Ghana how we do things, and somebody is in Greece how they do things? Very apart, but in India they are all considered to be in one area. So yeah, if you go to India, a lot of people do so many evil stuffs, because see, trust me, all the mystical knowledge in this world, the seed is in India. I'm telling you, all the mystical, the most powerful knowledge in the world, both divine and evil, the seed is in India. In fact, when I'm saying this, I want people to try to understand. If you read the Srimad Bhagavatam, it tells you the whole world started from India. The whole world, the name was called Bharatavas, the land of Bharata, and the center started from India. Like, how old are you? I don't want you to mention, but anybody who's like 50 years old, you'll understand that say about 100 years ago, Pakistan, Afghanistan, Iran, Tibet, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, all these countries were part of India. Very recently, Pakistan was taken off, Sri Lanka was taken off, Bangladesh was taken off, Afghanistan. So 500 years ago, there were many other countries that were part of India. If you read the Bharatavas, the history, it will tell you the whole world was together, was one. The whole world was only one. Then from time to time, like for instance, if you go to Pakistan, because that part of India, Pakistan, there were a lot of Muslims there, and they wanted to have their own country. So they were fighting. So go to a point they have to demarcate themselves out. Afghanistan, the same thing. Bangladesh, the same, because Bangladesh, I think they were Buddhists. They wanted to be on their own. Sri Lanka, like that. So there are so many countries that were into India just a few years ago. So I want people to understand. When I remember when we were kids, as soon as somebody say I'm going to India, it's like, okay, the person is going for juju, the person is going for voodoo. It's something like that. If you go to India, it's a very divine place. Yes, you see some people misbehave, like I said, people using dead body to do whatever nonsense they want to do, but it doesn't generalize that India is like that. India is the most divine place in the world. I'm telling you. You go there to the villages of India and you'll understand. Yes, you will go and meet so many bad things. Like in Ghana here, don't we have idol worshippers here?
So many.
So do you say that Ghanaians are idol worshippers?
No.
Because there are so many shrines. Just on the road to Ngoko, you can count more than 100 signboards for these fetish priests. And they'll come and put some pictures, some hoodious pictures so that they can get to attract people. It's everywhere. So it doesn't mean that Ghanaians are worshiping idols. No, it's never like that. If you go to India, yes, there are some people that worship idols. There are people that are tantric. There are pure devotees, the bhakti yogas, people that believe in God and they worship only God. People that worship demigods, people that worship angels. Some people worship even ghosts. Some people worship demons. So if you go to India, like I'm telling you, it is the seed of everything that you can think of. If you go to India, you can see somebody very whitish like a British, but it's an Indian. The body, the eyeball, everything is so whitish like a British, but it's an Indian. You go to India and you see somebody blackish more than me, pure black, but they're Indian. The only difference that you see that the hair is scary. You go there, you see some people brownish like me. Some people, you see them like fair. Some people like red. So in India, everything is there. So similarly, there's so many bad things there. But trust me, India is the most divine place on earth. People might not know. You go there and see, you'll understand. Because see, both negative knowledge and divine knowledge, everything emanates from India. So when you go and see people doing all sort of nonsense, there are people, you see them, they will having human skull, they will hang it around them, so they call them these Nagababas. They are tantric. Yes. Human skull, they put it around like chain, like we call it something garland. So garland of human skull around them like that.
In fact, before when you know Indian, they usually burn the body.
They cremate them.
Yes. Some don't cremate them. They put them on a river, and but this the one you mentioned, what's their name?
Nagababas?
Yes, they go and fetch for those bodies, and then they sit on it and meditate.
Anyway, I have not seen that, but I won't doubt it. The whole thing is that in India, they cremate bodies, they don't bury body. Okay. So it's very difficult to go and see a cemetery. Yes, when you go maybe some churches or some mosque, you may see some small corner. But I've been in India for many years, I don't see cemeteries there because they all cremate. And it's very expensive. So there are people that are so poor that they can't even cremate the dead ones. So at times they just throw them into the river. So it's possible you will see some bodies maybe floating somewhere. It's not something that's common, but I won't doubt it. You can find something like that there. So if somebody is doing anything with dead body, it can be divine. That can be termed as voodoo or maybe tantric or black magic. Because anything that has to do with dead body is evil. Any ritual that has to do with dead body is something to destroy. So I would term that as tantric. So those people may be tantric, or there will be some voodoo doers, or maybe some black magic.